Welcome back to 7 Minute Options on Monday, November 1st. New month, new microphone. I just got a brand new microphone, just set it up, so hopefully the sound quality will be better. Here we go. All right, so 18 days left in the monthly expiration cycle in November, so I got a bunch of positions I'll be rolling. Not all of them, because a lot of these are earnings plays, but I'll be rolling some of the easier ones. So let's take a look at EWZ here. That is the Brazilian ETF. We got a 32.33, very narrow strangle here. And of course, right now we're a little bit below the put, but that's fine. Taking a look at the chart, it has had a bit of a meltdown here, but that's fine. We can just roll the positions out, maybe even reset it closer to the at-the-money strikes. Let's see how we can do this. All right, I'm just going to roll these positions into December. I can pick up a whopping $202 of credit by rolling it into December. And let's see if we can manipulate this a little bit. Now, again, I get 202 credit, but there's quite a bit of intrinsic value here as the put is already about $2 in the money. So let's see if I can go down to, say, 29 and 32. Well, at some point I do expect it to turn around. So if I roll it down to a 30, if I turn it into a 30 strangle, I pick up 140 credit. And maybe that's not a bad way to go. A straddle. I have nothing against straddles. They're okay, except one of the two positions is always in the money, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. But you do get a lot of theta, right? Because they're very close to the strikes. So maybe I give myself a little bit more on the call side because I do expect it to turn around at some point. It's just been on a more or less constant downward move since June. So I'm not sure exactly why that's also different from, say, other ETFs. But okay, so let's say I go 30, 31. So I'm much closer to the at-the-money strikes here, and I pick up $100 in credit. I'm gonna try to route that one. I'm okay with that. So that's that. Let's see what else we got. That doesn't have earnings coming up. Silver, yeah. All right, we got a 24 put. It's at 22.22. Let's just quickly roll that into December. Pick up a $20 credit. Not particularly happy about that one. What if I roll it down to the 23? I pick up 58 in credit. Yeah, let's do that. So if I want to open up a strangle, turn this into a strangle, I can go down to the, let's say, 23 delta on the call side as well. And, well, actually, I just realized that's a 58 debit, not a credit. So yeah, if I leave this at the 24 and I turn it into a strangle on the 24, I can pick up $47 in credit. That would be at the 23 delta. And so, yeah, I mean, just pick up a little bit more on the credit side. Silver, I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of going sideways a little bit for the past week or so with very little movement day to day. It's kind of weird. The IV rank is crazy low. I'm not sure why silver is that low. But either way, I mean, it's not a particularly good time to sell premium. So maybe I just not open the call. But then again, it is quite far away. It is the 23 delta. Doesn't cost me any additional buying power. So I'll do it. Let's see if we can get that one filled. Pick up $47 of credit at no additional buying power. That's that one. What else we got? Oh yeah, that's my VIX hedge. All right, SPY and IWM. So both these are now in the money. My IWM short call was at 233. It just got breached because again, crazy up move, almost like a kind of an unexpected big up move here in IWM. You see that big green spike. You see that like maybe once every couple of months. So today is November 1st. The last time we had a green spike that big was back on August 27th. Before that was back on July 20th. So this is like a once a month, once every 2 months kind of up move. Yeah, I mean, the market hit a new high on Friday, like all-time high, and it's opening up at all-time highs again. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. So what I'm going to do there is see if I can just buy myself a little bit more time. I do expect IWM to come back down at some point, but look, the last time it had a big up move, it kind of kept going up before it pulled back. Same thing back in August. It went up a little bit before it pulled back. So if I take a look at IWM, I'm just going to close this out for a second here because I only have 18 days to go. So if I look on the put side, that's easy to roll out. I can roll that into, well, buy myself a few extra weeks. So right now it expires on November 19th. If I roll that into, say, November 29th, right? Now it's a weekly expiration there. I only pick up $2 in credit. Interesting. What happens if I do it on the call side? Can I do that? I actually pick up $11. Interesting. By rolling it into November 29. Since this is the side being challenged, I would have expected this to be like only 1 or 2 in credit, and then that one to give me more money. Either way, I can buy myself an extra 10 days, even pick up a few extra bucks. So I'm going to do that. November 29th, $11 in credit. Let's do that on the call side. Yep, it's still $5 of risk. Make sure that's all the same. Yep, same strikes, 233, 238. So if I can pick up 11 bucks for that, I can roll out the puts into the same expiration on November 29th. I pick up $2 in credit, but it cost me $2 in transaction cost. So I'll do that for a scratch. Now, interesting about my buying power. So my buying power will temporarily go down because one of these will get filled before the other. So as soon as one of these gets filled, I'm going to have a position in 2 different expirations, which requires 2 separate $500 of buying power to hold. But as soon as they both get filled, my buying power will go up, back up to 700 or 800. So interesting thing with Pinterest. So Pinterest is my number 1 stock to get rid of. And yes, I had the opportunity to get rid of it when they had that bogus PayPal takeover thing happening in the news, and I could have got out of it. I didn't. I didn't think it was bogus. It turned out to be bogus, so here we are again. Now, it's got earnings in 3 days. It's up 72, 73 cents today. Every single prediction I had about Pinterest over the last 3 months has been wrong. Which is why it's another good reason not to follow me. Again, this is not financial advice, blah, blah, blah. My last 3 or 4 calls on Pinterest have been completely off. And because I have the 100 shares, this is a directional play. So I'm thinking of just getting rid of this stupid Pinterest thing, getting back $3,700 buying power, picking up some high IV positions, and maybe investing my money somewhere else or use my buying power in a much more effective way. I mean, I am getting 11 theta for it, but this earnings trade in 3 days, I really need Pinterest to go sideways or go up. Preferably go up, right? Because I got a 50 put and I got 100 shares. So this is a bit of a directional play for me. And I mean, who knows what's happening with Pinterest now that this PayPal thing didn't go through. We know Snap earnings got killed a lot, like the way Apple changed its privacy settings around the way these other companies can collect information on users. This, again, every time I think I got Pinterest figured out, I don't. So I might just take my $2,300 loss on Pinterest and just suck it up and go do something else. And maybe that's what I'm going to do. So the other thing I can do is just roll it out like really far and have earnings not affect me that much, right? Like if I roll this out to, say, January, the IV is already 53% there. So the earnings is not going to affect it too much unless we got a big move on earnings. So yeah, not sure what to do there. Anyway, I'm thinking I should just close it out. Yeah, I'm going to close it out. I mean, it's highly correlated. The 1.2 beta, it's highly correlated to SPY. SPY's been going up like crazy. At some point, SPY is going to pull back. Like it's kind of a little bit correcting today. So that's it. F it. I'm going to close out Pinterest. So there we go. Close this position. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Close it out. I'm going to get some buying power back there. I don't really want the shares in Pinterest. I'm not going to hold it long term. You know what? If they have amazing earnings and this goes back up to like $50, then it's like, fine, I'll just have lost even more money on Pinterest. But anyway, I'm done with Pinterest. I'm out. Goodbye, Pinterest. And of course, it's not enough to pay $645. I got to crack it up. All right, $650. I just want to get rid of this thing. There we go. It's filled. It's done. I'm out of it. Goodbye. Good. No more Pinterest. You will not hear me talk about Pinterest ever again until I come up with another earnings play that I'll probably not do. Okay, so my buying power is back. Had I done this back when Pinterest was at $64 a share, my account would be about $2,000 higher than it is now. Still, $2,700 of positive P&L for the year. Nothing to complain about. I'm happy. I'm not going to sit here and second guess decisions of what I should and should not have done. Successful investors don't do that. That's it. Decisions have been made. It's done. It's over with. It's in the past. All right. While I'm waiting on IWM to fill, I got SPY here. And I got a similar issue with SPY. I got a 457 call. And I just want to buy myself a little bit more time. So I think if I roll this out into the November 29 weeklies on the call side. Yep, $4 wide. I can pick up $4 in credit. That's cool. That's more than a scratch. I'll do that. And on the put side, I got to do it as well. So remember, I got $5 on the put side. I'm going to roll this out to November 29th. And this is a side that's not being challenged, so I'm picking up more credit there. Yep, same risk profile there. That's cool. Is it the same strikes? 436 to 422. Let's see. So this was $5 wide. Now it's $6 wide. Aha. Okay, let me edit this order. Because they don't have the 441 strike. That makes sense. So if I try to lower my risk and go to the 440 and have only $4 of risk, or I can just roll this up to the 437. Aha, and there's my $5 of risk. That's fine. And again, 20 delta, it's fine. Just buying myself a little bit more time, but picking up credit in the meantime. So I buy myself an extra week for SPY and IWM to correct. And hopefully I can do it and actually pocket like $5 or $10. So that's at the 2 credit. That's at the 11 credit. Yeah, these are right at the midpoint of where these are. Okay, let me try to lower these a little bit. I'm going to try to pull these back by just $1 in credit on each of them, just so that they can get filled. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to fill like just the put side and leave the credits, like the call side open, because then I've got 2 positions in 2 different expirations, eats up more buying power. And if I forget to look at it before the end of the day, then that's how I finish the day, blah, blah, blah. All right. And these should be filling. I might have to give it a few more minutes. Either way, I should be able to route both the SPY and the IWM rolls for a little bit of credit, $5 or $10 for each of them, which I'm happy with. Buys me more time as I wait for that slight correction. The rest of them are earnings plays. EA's earnings play. SoFi. This is such a pain in my ass. Again, up $2 today. It was right around 20 on Friday. Because Friday we had record high. I was thinking, okay, record high closing on Friday. Maybe we'll get a bit of a correction here on Monday. It didn't happen. Okay, there's silver. Fantastic. All right, so we got 17.5 naked call, 20 naked put. What I'm going to do here with SoFi, let's see. SPY, perfect. All right, so let's take a look at SPY here. I mean, SoFi. Roll the expirations out. If I roll this out into December, I got earnings in 9 days. I have only $14 of extrinsic value left in this call. Only $62 of extrinsic value left in the put. So let's see what I can do here. If I roll these out into December, and can I turn this into a straddle at 20 and still pick up a credit? I cannot. If I bring this up to 22.5, I can pick up 160 credit. And that's a 25 put. Yeah, so I'm inverted now. I can go inverted 25, 22.5 in December, pick up 24 credit, just brings it a little bit higher. The 25 put though, yeah, I'll take it. So still the same inverted position. I'm still inverted, but I was inverted at the 20, 17.5. Now I'm going to be inverted at the 22.5, 25. Again, my risk is to the upside on SoFi, as I think SoFi is going to have good earnings. I think the whole DeFi thing is cool. So this way, the other option I have is, what if I buy myself more time? If I go into January and establish a 22.5 straddle, I can't get a credit. And I don't want to go that far because I want to have the opportunity to adjust every month. So there we go. I'll turn it into a 22.5, 25. So I just raised the same inverted straddle up by $2.50 on the strikes. I'm picking up $23 in credit. All right, so that's cool. Let's see where that fills. And the other thing, Zillow is doing good. That's an earnings play. Oh, it's funny with Zillow. I don't know if you guys watched this on Friday. Just as we established this 81.20 strangle, like literally 5 minutes later, some weird thing happened with Zillow and it went up 10%. Like in the last 20 minutes on Friday, Zillow went from like $96 to like $104. It just spiked like vertically straight up, like right after I established a straddle. And then, the strangle. And then sure enough, this morning, it's down $5. It's the weirdest thing. I don't have it down here. You can't really see it here because this is a daily chart. But on the minute chart or the hourly chart, it was something crazy. Straight up on Friday to close and then straight down this morning to open. So anyway, this is good. This is good for us. We're back to where we were. There's IWM filling. That's good. So we're okay with the earnings trade there. Hopefully we'll find out tomorrow morning where that one lands. Joby, 18 days to expiration. This is not an earnings play. We got November 19th put and the January put 445 days away. So this is the only put we have here. That's fine. Yeah, I'm happy to roll this one out. Roll expirations out into December. Pick up another $37 in credit. Not a whole lot, but why not? So that's perfectly fine. Yeah, picking up $37 there. SoFi filled, good. And Astra, I got 100 shares. Yeah, this is a covered strangle with Astra. Again, I think Astra is going to go up. I think it's doing well. At some point, it's going to go up again. I don't know when. It's not investment advice, blah, blah, blah. But sooner or later, if they have a good rocket launch, it's a rocket company, if they have a good, successful launch, Astra is going to be fine. This one is expiring in 18 days, so I'm going to roll this strangle, roll it into December, pick up $54 in credit. Why not? Let's do it. And SoFi we talked about, EWZ we talked about, Clover. Yeah, pain in the ass. Okay, keep rolling it out. $23 to roll it out into December. Why not? Pick up the $23. All right, Clover Health. Sooner or later, there's going to be some good news on Clover. Sooner or later. Anyway, I'll pick up $23. Hopefully, eventually, Clover turns around. Square, we are just waiting for some good news. Again, this is not an iron condor. That's a debit call spread. So yeah, if Square, again, the whole DeFi thing, DeFi space, I really hope Square has a good earnings. If Square has good earnings, this goes up, I will be closing with this 333.40 spread for whatever money I can get for it. It's really unlikely that we're going to get to 330 in the next 81 days. But if we have good earnings and this thing goes up to 270, 280, I will be able to close this and collect an extra 30 or 40 more dollars than I would be able to collect if I were to close it today. Fubo, I'm not going to touch. So Fubo is at 32.74. I got a 33 short call, but I have 100 shares. The reason why I'm not touching it is because I have $276 of extrinsic value in the call side, 57 in the put side. I want to see where this lands. Earnings is in 8 days. So if it really goes up crazy high, I might roll it out. I might let the shares get called away. On the put side, though, I think, well, $57. Can I get good credit if I roll this out? Let's see. If I roll this out in December, I get $53. Well, let's see the trade. Fubo, yeah, there's a bit of definitely an IV crush coming after earnings, which is expected, so that's cool. What delta is the 26 right now? The 26 put right now is a 13 delta. If I move this up to, in this expiration, up to a 20 delta, I can pick up $44 in credit? Are you kidding? Let's do that right now. Wow, I'll take it. Basically, same expiration. I didn't even roll this out. I just went from the 26 put to the 28 put, basically from 13 delta to the 21 delta. And just doing that, I can pick up $44. Wow. Score. Let's do that. All right, Palantir, 26.50. I'm at 25 put, 30 call. Again, I got earnings coming up in 7 days. I'll just keep this one. What's Palantir been doing? It's been slowly trending up. I picked these shares up for 23 back in the day. Yeah, that's fine. I'll keep Palantir the way it is. And then I'll be keeping an eye on these positions and making sure they get filled. All right, that's it, man. Thanks very much.